Welcome back. Time for Wine Wednesday. Now, an upcoming conference is highlighting some of the outstanding female trailblazers in the Oregon wine industry.
It's called Women in Wine. The in-person discussion happening next Tuesday, July 18th at Stoller Family Estates in Dayton. Joining us on the couch with more about this awesome networking event is Stacy Gibson, president of Women in Wine Oregon. Good morning.
Hi, good morning. It's great to be here.
Glad you're here. Good morning.
Good to have you here. This sounds like just a really fun way to get a lot of industry leaders and people who are interested in wine together to create some of those new opportunities. Tell us a little bit about the mission behind Women in Wine.
Yeah, so we were formed 5 years ago. This is our 5th annual conference for a way to really create a platform for women in the wine industry in Oregon. We are a statewide organization, so there's a lot of wine being made in this state. It's a $7.19 billion economic impact, and a lot of women work in this industry. So it's a great way to bring everyone together. And we also have year-round programming too. So we try with mentorship and year-round happy hours and all kinds of ways to create good conversation and support for women in the wine industry.
Why is it important to have this kind of a conference to really hammer home that platform and getting involved?
We are a very community-oriented industry. I think that women are really community-oriented too. I think also just the exchange of information for everything from professional, salaries, how to negotiate, and just coming together. I think we all have individual things that we like to talk about. Like, we're at the conference, we have roundtables. They're going to focus on motherhood, imposter syndrome, things that are important to women to really get together and talk to and use each other as support and exchange ideas.
Things that a lot of women in the workplace
I know.
deal with.
But a place where you can come together and have those open conversations.
Exactly.
That's great. That's wonderful.
Well, and I think for a long time there was kind of that stereotype of wine being a rich white man's game, right? So how important are events like this in really opening the door for women in this industry?
They're really important because, yes, that's definitely a stereotype. And I come from the restaurant world, so I have been definitely dealt with, the being underestimated when I walk up to a table as a sommelier. So it's good to use each other as a resource and be able to have those conversations, know how to navigate those situations when they happen, and just feel empowered to know that we belong in this industry. Women and women of color as well, it's really important that they feel supported through this conference and all the stuff that we do throughout the year.
Yeah, I mean, it makes a lot of sense. Now, the theme to this year's conference is reconnect.
Exactly.
Why is that chosen?
So this is our 5th conference. We were in person the first year, and then of course the pandemic hit. So we were online in 2020 and then hybrid 2021, and last year was our first time back. But it's still, this year really feels, as we can all relate, really open, much different.
Right.
So when we were planning the programming, we just felt like this is, we were all kind of coming. It felt like the last few years were kind of closed, and so we wanted to really feel outward and reconnect with people and have the full in-person experience that we had in the previous years. So it sort of all kind of came together to reconnect, and each speaker that we have has some different topics. So reevaluate, we're going to talk about value in the workplace and a lot of different ways to look at how we can kind of reconnect into our professional lives and with the wine industry.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So we were talking in the break before our segment here. A few in-person tickets are left. Could sell out at any minute.
At any minute, it could sell out.
And you do have a virtual component as well.
Yeah, we have a virtual component, which we're really proud of because it also allows. We are a statewide organization, so we really want to be inclusive of Southern Oregon and other parts of the state that that have wonderful wine as well, and also need the resources and support with this kind of exchange. So virtual options still available for next week's conference.
Great.
Awesome.
That is, it's really great. Okay, so if anybody wants to try to snag one of those last second tickets or just to learn more about this maybe in general, maybe they haven't heard of it and they're like, oh, this is something that may work for me, where can they find that information?
Yeah, womeninwineoregon.com. We're a membership-based organization, so become a member. You get discounts to both the conference and the happy hours, and you can do our mentorship program. Currently we have the cohort going going, but it will start again next year as well. You can also find us on Instagram, Women in Wine Oregon, and yeah, you can find out most of the info on the website.
Love
That's
it.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Stacey Gibson, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Great to talk with you.
It was great chatting with you.
And have an awesome conference
And thanks
next
for
week.
catching our email on the blue theme. Thanks for getting
I
that
know,
memo.
I love it.
Look at that.
Fantastic.
So
It's
coordinated.
awesome.
Well, again, the Women in Wine Annual Conference happening this coming Tuesday, July 18th at Stoller Family Estate in Dayton. For tickets and information, that website again is womeninwineoregon.com.